And so hello fellas, welcome in my next review. This is going to be the review of very controversial helmet, Predator's helmet, which is produced by two Russian companies. The first company is called the Nitrinos, and the second company is called NLO Moto. From what I know, there is somebody from Australia who posted the review of this helmet some time ago. I believe it was 3 years ago, and the guy was very unhappy with the quality of product. And the reason why I'm posting my video is because my opinion about the product is very different. I'm actually quite happy with the quality of what I get. And the first reason why is, I think, because he was unlucky to have the helmet manufactured by the NLO Moto, and mine came from Nitrinos. I purchased the helmet as a second-hand item on British eBay. Somebody simply purchased it and the size wasn't right, so I made an advantage of it and took it much cheaper. The helmet weighs about 1.8 kilos, which is slightly heavier than normal helmets, full face helmets, and the reason being is obviously you've got some extra features on it, which is going to be the shape of it. There's tons of resin underneath the painting, so obviously this is going to increase the weight of it. You've got the Dreadlocks, which weighs something as well, and you've got this laser projection here with batteries powering it over here, so all this will increase the weight of it, but believe me, you don't feel it. It's quite comfortable. The pattern is very plush, very comfortable. The only one drawback of the helmet, in my opinion, is that obviously you wouldn't get that amount of safety, that level of safety, as you would be getting with traditional helmets. But I think everybody knows this going for fancy helmets. This is made more for looks and appearance. And the second drawback is, well, there are three. So first of all, the one I mentioned before. Number two is the price, which is just ridiculous. I think I'm just gonna bypass the price subject because certain people might get a heart attack hearing on what you paid for it. And the third drawback is the ventilation system and the visor. But anyway, and second thing is about the second drawback of the visor is it gets quite foggy. I mean, the ventilation system isn't the best, and so there's tons of steam, especially when you ride slow in cold temperatures. The way you take it off is simply by unclipping this little what's-it, and then you clip it in. You get two visors in the package. This is a tinted visor, this is the clear visor. Okay, the laser projection, you switch it on by pressing this little button here. So switched on, switched off. I'll now show you how it works. You press the button and it's lit. Very cool feature is that this actually goes for about 60-70 meters in front of you, so you can aim at the objects like a real predator. Now the Dreadlocks, a very important thing. If you wish to buy this helmet, I strongly recommend going for that type of Dreadlocks because they're simply rigid. Durability is much better than foam Dreadlocks, and from what I know, the guy who bought the helmet in Australia had those foam Dreadlocks and they simply fell off after 5 minutes of ride, as he said. Well, no wonder if they're foam. They look awesome, they look much better than mine, but obviously you go for a bit of a durability, so go for that kind of Dreadlocks. Yeah, and so just to sum up, the helmet, well, it is very expensive. If you go for all the options, you would be paying over £1,000, which is just ludicrous if you think about the helmet that's going to be used as a kind of second helmet, not the helmet for touring ride or like scourge ride or stunt. But again, if you find a bargain online like I did, second hand with price dramatically reduced in perfect condition, go for it, dude. It's worth it. Everybody pivots heads when they see you, and it's just good to have a helmet like this in your collection, I think. So just to sum up, it's comfortable. The only one problem is the visor. There's tons of fog when you ride slowly. It looks awesome. It's very expensive, and obviously in a second part of the video I'm gonna show you the way it looks on my head when I'm actually moving. And so see you in the next part of the video. Cheers fellas.